It's Liverpool and Real Madrid. I wonder if Mo Salah's going to tweet, you know, this time we're get his revenge tweet, whatever that was from last. I'm butchering it, but we all remember it. You two were all over Liverpool in the final. I told you,
Not true.
And
no,
we should
very
have
true.
won.
I didn't
But
have
Anthony
Liverpool.
was there trying to get into
I had
Stade
one
de
bet, and
France,
it was
and
Vinicius shot on goal over, and it hit with the only shot on goal I think Real had in the match.
and what do? They won.
They won.
Liverpool's plus 130 at home.
The Ancelotti
Real Madrid
masterclass.
is 2-1. The draw is plus 260. Liverpool is plus 105 to advance. Real Madrid hanging around minus 143 at Bet365. I mean, we've seen Liverpool put it together 2 good performances in the Premier League in a row.
They're back.
They're back, right?
They're back. They they beat Sean Dyche's Everton at home.
It's true. Now they're the best team in the world.
They went on the road
to
beat Newcastle, a banged up Newcastle side. Had a red card, but I think plus 200 on Real Madrid against this version of Liverpool, as you said, Anthony. This is not the Liverpool we thought we were getting when these Champions League groups came out. The draw came out. I mean, I think the number is maybe not all that enticing on Madrid, but it'd be that way or nothing for me. We know where you're going. You're red. Your blood runs red through and through.
It's impossible. I feel like I've been fading Liverpool more than betting on them this year, but I'm betting on them on Tuesday. Yeah. Oof. I think we've all, we follow the Prem more closely than La Liga. And so, we talk about Liverpool almost every week on this show. And I think just maybe it's because it's in my media ecosystem, but I feel like we've done way more of the, oh my God, what's wrong with Liverpool? They're broken, they're dead, they're cooked, they stink. And we haven't done nearly enough of like wait a minute, like Real Madrid's kind of floundering a little bit in the league. And like, I know they do this every year where like their league performances tend to lag and then they turn it on for the Champions League. Most of the Champions League magic for Real doesn't usually start till the second leg. So maybe that'll happen here. They'll pull off like, and I could absolutely see a world where like Liverpool goes to Anfield with a lead or goes to the Bernabeu with a lead and like crumbles in the second leg. But, we've seen Ancelotti. I think this is kind of profile similar to last year's first leg against PSG, where they're going to go there with like the intention of just keeping this game competitive and then getting it at home and taking their chances with them, because PSG totally dominated the first leg of the round of 16 last year. And it's kind of similar here. Like Liverpool has similar weaknesses to that PSG team, I think, like stylistically, in the sense that like the transition defense is kind of a mess. And like that is scary with Vinicius and Benzema. But like this Real Madrid team is bottom 3 in La Liga in pass completion percentage allowed. Like you can just play right through this team like they're not really there. That's why their defense stinks. I mean, they give up a ton of chances in La Liga, in a La Liga that, we talk about this with Barcelona in a little bit too, which I thought was, I don't think we've given enough credence to, but like the La Liga attacking talent seems to be worse this year. And you've got, Real Madrid allowing over 1 expected goal per match in that league. That's compared to like a Barcelona who gave up basically nothing to opponents. They're under 0.78 expected goals allowed per match. So like this is a bad defense that doesn't stop the ball, that doesn't press. Going up against a Liverpool attack, I mean, we don't know about Darwin Nunez, which is kind of scary, but like they're finally getting a little bit healthier with Van Dijk back, and Gakpo finally gets his in the goals. Like this is still a team that if you just give them the ball and let them have the ball in your final third, they will tear you to shreds. Like the attack never got worse. The attack was always good for Liverpool, even during this poor stretch they went through. So I like the Reds at home. I was really hoping we'd get a pick, and it was trending that way, but it appears Liverpool righted the ship just in time to keep that number down. So like pick is like minus 135. I'd rather just take the money line. I think they're going to win. Plus 135, plus 140s are out there. I mean, the Reds, you'll never walk alone Tuesday. And maybe they'll walk alone at the Bernabeu in a month, but they're not walking alone tomorrow or Tuesday. So,
yeah, I think that was the silver lining for me with that Everton match. It's like, yeah, people are going to think that Liverpool's back and everything's fixed. And perhaps I get to beat them with my man Carlo Ancelotti, the best manager this side of Sean Dyche. BJ, what are your thoughts here?
I actually like the over 3 goals at plus 110. Anthony hit the nail on the head there with Real Madrid. Is that, if you look at their expected goals numbers in La Liga, allowing 1 expected goal per 90, 0.77 non-penalty expected goals per 90 minutes, it doesn't really tell the story because, like you mentioned, the attacking talent's not really great in La Liga this season. So Real Madrid against the top 5 offenses, because they're the number 1 offense in La Liga. So the 5 offenses below them, which is Barcelona, Real Betis, Girona, Atletico Madrid, and Villarreal. The 5 matches they've played against those 5 teams, they've conceded 7.9 expected goals. Plus, Courtois really isn't having that great of a season in net. He's a minus 0.9 post-shot XG plus minus. If we remember in that Champions League final, Liverpool outshot Real Madrid 24-4. They beat them on expected goals 2.2 to 0.9, and Courtois made 9 saves. And of course, it was just like a perfect crescendo culmination of the Real Madrid luck box to go win the Champions League. It was just perfect, right? Well, things have changed since that Champions League final, right? I mean, Liverpool last season was a 0.89 XG per 90 defense. Now they're at 1.43. And there's a very interesting tactical dilemma that Jurgen Klopp is dealing with right now. The fact that we've said it I don't know how many weeks in a row, that their midfield is old, they're light, they can't press like they used to. So at times, Klopp has gone to a 4-5-1 mid-block instead of their usual 4-3-3 high press, narrow, force you to play the ball out wide. It's a very dangerous game to play a 4-5-1 and let Real Madrid have the ball and just try to pass right through you, because as we've seen with Liverpool, when they've tried to do that against teams like Brighton, who can possess the ball and pass it, they can just play right through you and get the ball out wide. You mentioned Anthony, Vinicius Jr. up on the left going against Trent Alexander-Arnold is a very, very dangerous thing that Liverpool, I don't really know how they're going to defend that or solve that. And Liverpool's defense, I mean, just because they've kept 2 clean sheets, it's not like this defense is automatically back. I mean, Liverpool hasn't held an opponent under 1.5 expected goals, not managed by Sean Dyche, since December 30th against Leicester. Everybody's just been able to play right through them and create a ton of chances against them. Plus, Liverpool against the Big 6, plus their 2 matches in the Champions League against Napoli, there's allowed 12.7 expected goals in 7 matches. So it's both these defenses are really, really bad. And I don't really see a path to either of them really, really stopping the other one. And it looks like you mentioned, Anthony, with the Reds getting healthy, we don't know the stats of Darwin Nunez, but I hope you 2 haven't ripped up your Golden Boot tickets yet, because it looks like Diego Jota is going to finally be back in the lineup. And if we remember he has. He's already at about a 0.34 XG per 90 right now, but
what about goals? Has he scored a goal in the Prem this year? I don't know scoring a goal.
But we remember, if we forget last year, he was actually, outside of Salah, he was one of their most important players. He was a 0.84 XG plus expected assists per 90-minute rate, second behind Salah and team, better than Sadio Mane. And Liverpool has been underperforming offensively. Out of the World Cup break, they've created 15.7 expected goals and in 8 matches, and have only scored 9 of them. So I love the over 3 goals at plus 110. Both these defenses suck really, really bad. I mean, this game is going to become very transitional, which favors and also doesn't favor Liverpool and also favors Real Madrid. It's just, it's going to be, I think, a perfectly chaotic type match. So I do have 3.2 goals projected. So over 3 goals at plus 110, it's good enough for me.
It's about the same line as the Champions League final, which was a neutral site. You have to downgrade Liverpool, I think, more than Real Madrid, but how much more? That's an interesting question. Also, off topic, but I did think it was funny today. The broadcast was hyping up Marcus Rashford, and one of the commentators, I don't know who the commentator was, but he said he's really given a run for Golden Boot with Erling Haaland. And I'm like, no way, that's true. And then NBC Sports put up the graphic, and he's like, oh, he's only 12 goals behind for Golden Boot. It was really funny.
By the way, I forgot to mention this, Liverpool. After the red card with Nick Pope, they still conceded 1.7 expected goals and 13 shots to Newcastle.
Almost all on set pieces. Yeah,
right. Let's not act crushed. Let's not act like this defense is suddenly back.
I'll be on Madrid.
Salty because he had Newcastle team total over again.
I did.
I will be on Madrid as his tradition.
I might take a Vinicius shots on target over again.
Yeah,
just for
why
the
not?
good old days.
Yeah,
why not?
Maybe Thibaut Courtois over 9.5 saves.